Okay, just so you guys know, we are now live. Um, Welcome to Off the Record. We don't really have any topics or anything really planned. I shared the link. I saw Wade actually pop in for a second earlier and then pop back out. So who knows who may or may not show up? But yeah, do you guys want to? We should start off with some introductions. So, my name is Eddie. I work for Ushi and work with Nick at Hacker House. I do sales, marketing, social media, all that kind of stuff. Um, Ushi's the boss, CEO. Do you want to say anything?
Hi. Yeah, no, just thanks everybody for joining us. I know we wanted this to be like a cool, having some people from Wild West Hackin' Fest is awesome since all of our friends are out there and Eddie, Steve, and I are FOMOing it from our respective locations, but
Yeah.
super happy that everybody was able to make it.
Are you on the Discord at all to like watch all the happenings going on around?
No.
It's nothing crazy. It's just everybody trying to figure out like normal because a lot of people come to Deadwood and they don't know where everything is. They go, well, they said it's on the other side of town. It's going to be a long walk. I'm like, no, it's 30 minutes. You've gone from one end of the town to the other. You'll be fine.
You're coming in and out there, Nick.
I have a noise gate issue. Yay!
His fancy board and he keeps
I
messing
know.
it
I
up.
keep messing it up, so I'll just stay loud. I'll stay loud and in everybody's face. Well, I'm Nick, otherwise known as Box Swapper. My name came from aviation. I am the intern, so I'm always in charge of the botnet for Uchi. Keep an eye on things, do all the crap nobody else wants to do. Yeah, I started specializing originally because I was an aircraft mechanic. I folded very quickly into cybersecurity and aviation, which I found translates very well into industrial control systems.
I am Matt, also known as 8-Bit Spectre. Been in IT and cybersecurity for 14 years now. Um, kind of working in the corporate world and hanging out with these folks at Wild West Hacking Fest and drove 3 hours to surprise them on a call.
Yay.
It's Steve. Welcome.
Yep, and then
Oh,
Steve just rolled in. We're given some introductions.
oh, geez. I'm never prepared for this. I bang around on a keyboard and make things talk to one another.
Steve is our lead security engineer at Hacker House, and so he does all of those things, plus others. So awesome.
Hey, 8-bit and box swapper. Tell us a little bit about how's Deadwood this time of year. Is it getting cold? I also heard it's really hard to find rooms anywhere near the conference.
Uh, I mean, relatively near the conference. There's still some stuff a little bit further up the street. So you're only talking like half mile, 3/4 of a mile up the road. But everything in town is completely booked. Um, the weather, it's fantastic for a fall up here, but it was hitting 30 something degrees overnight. And I'm over at the Branch House, which is an old historic hotel. So they only have a boiler system and they have an AC system, and they don't turn the boiler on until November.
Oh my
So
gosh.
my hotel room is 50 degrees.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but the maintenance man this morning, he was nice enough to bring me a space heater because waking up at 50 degrees is not as much fun.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of the time that I accidentally turned off the boiler at our brand new house and we woke up, it was like 40 degrees. Steve thought like, oh my God, of course we just bought this house. It was like day two. And I had hung something up over it and there was a red shut off switch and it shut
Oh,
the thing off. So yeah, waking up freezing. I just thought that's what it was like waking up in the north. I just thought it was cold.
you're
Yeah,
not
we don't
wrong.
we don't pleasure ourselves with luxuries like heat.
Like heat, warmth.
Go
Oh,
outside and
so
shovel the coal into the
funny.
furnace.
So, what's the daytime temps like out there right now?
I think we're getting up into the 70s today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dang, that's warm.
Hmm.
When I went to Deadwood, they had a snowstorm with a couple feet. It was like the first time I really saw snow as an adult.
Yeah.
If Nick remembers.
I think I was there.
You were?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when we first met.
Yep.
Yeah, the my very first hacking conference ever. It was awesome.
Oh, it's a great first conference. And I tell a lot of people that
That's
too, if they get nervous.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great first one because it's usually small. I mean, it is bigger. Like we're probably gonna have around like 2,500 people.
Oh
In this
wow.
town. Yeah, because what it keeps happening is John keeps inviting people and handing out tickets from his company, so it keeps getting bigger and bigger. It actually is overflowing from the Grand to the Franklin, so it's now to the hotels. So what I kept saying was going to happen is eventually, Wild West Hacking Fest is going to be the entire town. I can already see it. So eventually, it's going to be the whole town, and it'll be fun even then. But it's I tell everyone, and it's true for a first conference, it's a really good first conference, and it's the first one I spoke at. So it's I think a lot of people get their first Wild West Hacking Fest.
definitely in my top conferences for sure. I've only been to Deadwood once, but it was really fun, and they really do take over the entire town, and I think the locals have pretty much embraced it at this point, right, Nick? Like it's probably welcome, right?
Oh yeah, everybody that works in town loves the hackers because they tip well. And of course everybody comes here and they're like, oh my gosh, everything's so cheap. And so they drink the town dry. It's just trying to warn everybody. I give everybody the dates. Like I talk to a lot of the bartenders, give them the dates. They don't really take it seriously, and then everybody shows up. And then first day hits, and then the next day you see the beer trucks up and down the street because they had to restock.
Are either of you guys doing any trainings or presenting at all this year?
Not this year. I'm gonna show up to other people's talks, and I think we're gonna do the CTF later.
Nice.
Nice.
More of a passive observer.
Very cool.
I have never been to Wild West Hacking Fest. I just have the T-shirt.
Nice t-shirt.
I think technically you attended virtually the year that I spoke virtually. It was supposed to be my first on stage talk, because I did my first couple of talks started during the pandemic, and so that was supposed to be the first on stage, but then they ended up canceling it. And I think that was the year that we attended virtually. Yeah, good conference, good people.
I did really like the size of SchmootCon. I like the smaller stuff. I like
Just
people,
sucks
but
when
in
it
small
gets
doses.
sucks when it becomes something like ShmooCon where like nobody can get tickets, and like you see the same faces that end up at ShmooCon every year, which is odd considering that it's supposed to be lottery, but it seems that it's always the same people that somehow make it in, and the rest of us are just like not able or have to do like a lobby con situation to get in. um yeah.
It's gonna get like that at Wild West Hack Fest, and it's pretty
It's
close to
already like that.
yeah.
I mean, it's not as
This
bad as Shmoo, but yeah.
No,
we're
and the trick out here is if you're on the Discord and you've been before, you get the announcements before the public does. And so it kind of gives us a little bit of a backdoor to get the tickets ahead of time, and then everybody else has to kind of wait until the last minute to get theirs.
Yeah.
we're doing Saint Con here in Utah in a couple weeks, and it's getting to that point too where they sell out every year and the wait list is full, and it's a great size conference though. It's like it's a good bridge, like it's really nice and well done, and also still incorporates a lot of like the fun like hacker stuff. There's you know it's not like totally corpo. It still has some hacker roots, but it's like well executed and professional. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's because we're all getting old, you know. Can
So I
only
did want
handle
to
so
ask,
many.
because you had mentioned St. Con before. Is it a hacker focus or does it have a specific focus in the domain?
It's like it considers itself a cybersecurity conference, but the interesting thing about Utah and like hacker history is it's kind of deep actually. Like the first DEF CON group is DC 801, which was actually founded by Grifter himself back in the day. And we have like a bunch of like known hackers that are out of Utah. Dark Matter, who's like the Wi-Fi Kraken guy.
Hmm.
He's out of like southern Utah, and Snow is here now with JC, and yeah, it's kind of cool. I never really you really wouldn't expect like Utah to be like this like uh, have a lot of like hacker lore, but kind of works out that way. We're doing our DEF CON contest that my wife runs called Octopus Game. We started doing it at other conferences, and we'll be doing it at St. Con this year. So that's gonna be fun.
Very cool.
That one's
I know.
actually close enough. I should make it out there one of these years.
Well, if you were able to drive to Deadwood, I guess. I mean, if you're like south of there, then yeah, you should definitely come out. This. Are you like in the Colorado area, maybe?
Central Wyoming.
Oh, so like the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
I drove when I drove to Deadwood a couple of years ago. I drove through Wyoming. I was like, wow, this is a very boring state.
I mean, it's that northwest corner of the state that has all the interesting stuff. The rest of it's
Yeah,
just flat.
flat with like some oil derricks occasionally, and like just like desert, like hills have eyes sort of environment.
Yeah. And I'm trying to trick Steve and Ishi to come out here.
Actually, I was just gonna say we're looking at going out there. We don't have a good estimate. I did reach out to our childcare, my mom, to get some dates from her because she's the one who it's all contingent on. But yeah, actually, I was gonna probably reach out to Eddie and Nick around that time to see try and figure out maybe like a team meetup where everybody can like hang out in the same location, for a day or two. Got to figure out the logistics because like once you go past central time zone, like I don't, I my education is from Florida, so um,
And
I didn't.
Arizona does it all different, so like it's all weird out here.
It's like the time zones mess me up so much. And it's ironic that all of our current clients are all in different time zones than Eastern. Some of my POCs are Eastern time zones, so that makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm hoping that we all get out there soon and can figure out like you know everybody to maybe meet up, whatever's the easiest place. But yeah, definitely want to get out to 8-bit section for a couple different reasons. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I remember when I met 8-bit. It's been like what, like 6 years now?
I
I think
think
it was
so.
2019,
Yeah.
2018, 2019. I think it
2018.
might have been 2018. Yeah, and so 7 years. 2018 is when Bubs was born. So, but yeah, I remember like 8-bit bringing libations from the mountains of Wyoming, and
Oh boy.
and listen, it was it was good. I remember I remember having a very very good time that night with all of the awesome hackers that I got to meet, and the Wyoming hooch was just chef's kiss.
Is this like a
Yeah.
moonshine situation?
Aged moonshine.
All right,
Wow.
he said it. It was good. It was some of the I've had some good moonshine and I've had some bad moonshine, and and that was definitely very good moonshine. I was super impressed.
At Deadwood, we're known for all the saloon shit. So each of the saloons have their own, but it's just sugary stuff that tastes like apple pie or peach cobbler or whatever, everything together. So it's these super sweet drinks that you start drinking, you don't think anything about it.
I think we need to coin the term schnobler.
I know I do realize I said schnobbler.
That's funny. Uh I would like to have a schnabler,
Don't say
especially
it
as
like
my
that.
dental visit today. I'd like to try one. I do like the apple pie moonshines, especially like the ones that are usually like homemade and not just, you know, a bunch of randomness put in a thing, but those can be good.
Hmm.
Schnabler sounds like a British like term for like something sexual.
Well, now it's set in stone. If I ever come up with my own project and software, the repo is going to be called Schnobbler. That's the best name of software.
Schnabler.
Like, what does it do? Oh, it helps find ports and all this other. It's like, yeah, why is it called that? Don't worry about it. You know, that's-
If you know, you know.
yeah, exactly.
So what's do you guys know what's on the agenda for the like closing ceremonies? You guys got music playing again?
Yeah, they pretty much going to do what they did last time.
Yeah.
What I expect, where they take the Elks Lodge and they have people playing music and just hanging out and singing and stuff. You start seeing how many people can play different instruments. You have no idea. Like they can play keyboard. What the hell? Yeah, just
Oh, cool.
it's fun.
Kind of like open mic night, just whoever wants
sort
to
of.
play or sing. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
The where it was at, remember, was it the Masonic Temple? That's actually where they moved the cigar bar to.
What?
Oh,
Cigar
okay.
bar's in there. And
That's
they
cool.
redid the whole place. It looks amazing. It actually looks really good.
Awesome.
I went to the karaoke night. Is that like the same thing as the open mic night?
Yeah.
That was real. There were some amazing like you guys know Shecky, like dude, that guy can sing.
There's quite a few. I don't know Schnecky, but there's quite a few people that show up, and it's gotten to be such a big night that people are flying in with their instruments, so that way they can just put their own impromptu bands together
Oh,
and just
nice.
rock out.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I honestly thought that's what was going on. The one when I went to Wild West Hackin' Fest and Dual Core played, I had never heard of them before.
Oh
And
wow.
I was a noob completely. And we were hanging out with, you know, all the people. And I remember Bryson Bort was like, "You want to get up on stage?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so we got up on stage and we sang and danced and carried on. And it wasn't until later that like I was just like, wow, these guys are good. And like I was really into the music and I was like having a grand old time. And then I remember telling Steve, I was like, oh, he said something. I'm like, oh, I think that's the band I saw. What do you call it? And he was like, Steve was the one who let me in on how popular they were, and so funny. But yeah, so when I was on stage with them, I had no idea who I was on stage with.
Yeah.
What was wild was he won the black badge at the CTF, the first Wild West Hackin' Fest. I remember
Oh
John
wow,
giving it to him, going, "I was going to give you a black badge anyway, but this works." He's
nice.
just, he still got the skills to do the joke, to do the work, which I thought was really cool.
That's awesome. Very
Dude,
cool.
does anyone here play any instruments?
No.
I was going to say, here I sit. Tom, I guess, as you talk about it.
I used to play the clarinet. I had a scholarship in college, um, and then through moving, I lost it. But I used to also be able to play a little piano, but that kind of I forgot most of that. We have a piano downstairs, but I can only play like very basic things.
On a good day, I might be able to get like the classic Star Wars. I can't even think of what it's called
Yeah.
now.
The Imperial Death March, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, I think it is the Imperial Death
It's
March.
no,
isn't
it's
it?
not. It's no. Dang it. Yeah,
Oh
that's
no,
the
that's not that.
yeah, that's gonna be the next one.
It's
Yeah, it's well, I lost it now.
Your homework is we're going to send you
Yeah.
a recorder. And we expect you to play Hot Cross Buns.
Yep.
I don't even. I recognize the term. I cannot map it to sound.
Hot Cross Buns is the same as Three Blind Mice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's exactly the same. It's the same. It's the same notes and everything.
but on a recorder, it comes out as this ear-piercingly disgusting sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like one of those giant rubber chickens that just carries on for a good 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Well, if there's anybody that's because I sent you a link to this earlier, and you're like, that's a long link. But what that was a strudel mix, the strudel.cc. So it's a web front end where you actually code to make music. So you set the beat,
Okay.
multiply it, and all that. And I'm leaning into that. I'm not great at it, but I've been playing around with that, and it's kind of cool.
What is it? For
That's
people who
very
don't
cool.
know.
It is strudel.cc, and you're a DJ, but you live code. And what's neat is you can make changes in the code, it'll keep the beat, and it waits till the end of the next measure before it flips over to your new changes. So it actually stays in line. And there's some videos on YouTube of some really good DJs using Strudel doing live stuff, pulling in their own samples from Git. So you put all your samples in your GitHub, and you can pull down individual samples and pull them into your
That's
stuff.
so cool.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not either. I have it.
I won't the docs to play with it. I'm just saying, instrument wise, that's all I have.
I have a DJ controller, and like the best I can do is mix songs like from one song to the next song, like nothing fancy, like no production. Like I have like a percussion pad, but like that's because I like to play percussion, and I was in one band when I was in college, and we played a variety show at our college, and we did a Bob Marley cover, and I played like this huge African drum called a djembe, and then I had two bongos. So it's like a big djembe and two bongos, and I was like the ethnic percussions section of
Nice.
the band. That's about as musical as I get.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
you're
my
frozen.
my
Video's
whole
frozen.
system is doing something crazy, so I'm gonna restart and try and come back.
Good luck.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Yeah, all the musical talent went to my little brother. So he was in university for engineering. And one day he got bored and he just walked down to the music wing and sat down at the piano and just asked the instructor if he could just sit there and play for a little while.
That's so
And she's
cool.
like, oh, sure, whatever. And he just starts going after it. And she's just floored at how talented he is. And she's like, I I don't need to put anything else in your schedule, but can I just like teach you after hours in my free time because you just need a little bit of help.
Oh wow.
And so through his entire university career, he'd spend a couple days a week down there with her and they would just play together.
Jealous.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, guys, unless you have any other ideas for topics, we've been chatting for 30 minutes, so um, we could hang out longer if you think we should, or if you guys want to call it here. It was fun getting to know each other a little bit more, especially 8-Bit, who I've never really talked to before. I don't think we've met, even though I'm sure we've probably crossed paths at some point.
I am sure we have.
Because I saw the video of you and Boxwuffer dressed in robes presenting the
Oh.
gong to Rando, and
That's what I
Yeah.
should have put in my introduction. The maker of the gong.
the Gong Man. Danny's a good friend of mine, and
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, he was here the year before, and the whole story.
I was a
didn't really
judge that
make it.
year, actually.
Okay, yeah. But he was so down on himself, and we were just sitting at the bar, and I'm like, he had told the gong story at Wild West with the late Double Bind.
Mhm.
And that's just kind of like with him being so down on his luck and like, I don't know if I should carry the show on and all this. I'm like, I just got to do something for this guy because he does so much for everybody around
He
him.
does, yeah.
So that's why the gong showed up. And this year at DEF CON is the 10-year anniversary.
Hmm.
And there are definitely some things in the works to look forward to.
I'm excited.
Nice.
I was telling Nick about he was a contestant at Hacker Jeopardy this year. Were you at that? Were you at DEF CON?
I was at DEF CON. I missed Hacker Jeopardy, but I heard about the drama.
Well, there was the drama, but also Danny was on a team with Johnny Christmas, and they got shirtless and were rubbing oil on themselves, and it was
Oh.
very erotic.
I have been sent pictures.
So I'm glad to know there's some exciting things coming up. Let me know if I can get involved in that in any way. I will support anything you guys are doing for that guy.
Yeah, very much appreciate it. And yeah, we'll let you know.
And I guess I'll help them out a little bit because all my friends work at WWHF, so they're actually looking for a DevOps person. And the last people I've been talking to about that position, they've got nothing but AI resumes.
Hmm.
And when they read through it, they see that they don't even read it. So
Yeah.
if anybody's interested, BHIS Black Hills Information Security has a DevOps position, and it's a good place to start to learn a lot of stuff in the industry.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, Steve, I floated the idea of ending the streams, but we're glad you're back.
Yeah.
So, is there
It's
any?
all
Did
good.
you have any ideas or topics for things to talk about, or are you good with calling it here?
No, I'm good with calling it.
Cool. Well, thanks
Thank you.
for hanging out, and thank you guys for joining out in Deadwood. Definitely wish we were there with you guys, and you know, can't wait to
Hey,
all of us to get together.
if you guys do show up and we do that with him, knowing how to use the equipment, and we sit at the equipment, we can sit in the back of the bar and have a bunch of mics and do it right. So
I'm very tempted to just like jump in my truck and drive up because I'm like, what is it, like 8 hours or something, 6 hours from Salt Lake City?
Uh, at least 4 from Salt Lake to Casper, and then Casper up to Deadwood is 3.5.
That's a long day.
yes, it
Yeah.
is.
It's
All
worth
right.
it.
I know.
Thank you guys. Talk to y'all soon.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good day.
Yep. See ya.